Howdy and welcome to the Mighty Muddy Chuck channel. I'm Chuck. So today I'm going to try to solve a Sokoban puzzle. Let's hope I can do it. uh, in that video I was wearing a black shirt. I'm wearing a white shirt now. I did that dance routine yesterday. I was wearing a black shirt. I'm wearing a white shirt today. I think I kind of like the white shirt. The only thing is they tend to, the black shirt shows dirt too. It shows like every piece of lint you pick up, you know. The white shirts, they tend to get dingy and all. So I don't know what's a better color to wear. I like the way I look in white though, because you know, I'm a good person. So, you know, I'm that cowboy that's wearing all white, you know, white boots, white shirt, white blue jeans, white hat. I'm the good cowboy, yeah. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to solve a Sokoban puzzle. Yes, I am. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Hmm. Uh, okay. Oh, shoot. All right. And I solved it. And I solved it. And I solved it. Should I do another one? Should I try another one? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I will. I think that's the only Sokoban puzzle I'm going to solve now. Um, let's see. What should I do now, though? What should I do now? What should I do now? Uh, on this puzzle, I did it in. Let's see. I did it in 101 steps. Other people did like 75 steps, 84 steps, 55 steps, 103 steps, 111 steps. So it wasn't that bad off on the number of steps. I did it in 2 minutes and 28 seconds. I don't think they give the time on the. I don't think they do the time on it. Anyway, I thought it was a pretty good puzzle. Actually, if you're not looking at it right, it is a little tricky actually. Yeah. a long time ago, back when I had a 286 computer, it was a Windows computer. I had a copy of the Sokoban, a puzzle game on the computer, and I went through all of them. I solved every one of them. That's back when my mother was still alive, and she would solve them too. And then I started creating new ones for us to do. Uh, it was fun. Brings back memories, baby. Memories, 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 memories. Okay. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay, this is on C-SPAN. I hope I don't get hit with a copyright on it, but Merrick Garland made a special announcement regarding a special counsel and the Hunter Biden investigation. Let's see if I can get it to do right, and hopefully I won't get hit with a copyright strike. Let's see. Advertisement. Make sure I'm pulling it up on the thing right. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Attorney David Weiss as special counsel overseeing the ongoing investigation into Hunter Biden. His remarks to reporters are about 5 minutes.
I didn't expect it to do that. By the way, I'm sorry. I may have to redo this. I don't know.
Good afternoon. I'm here today to announce the appointment of David Weiss as a special counsel, consistent with the Department of Justice regulations governing such matters. In keeping with those regulations, I have today notified the designated members of each House of Congress of the appointment. In February 2018, after being nominated by the former president and confirmed by the Senate, Mr. Weiss was sworn in as the United States Attorney for the District of Delaware. Mr. Weiss had been a career prosecutor, having served previously in the office for more than a decade.
Now, I don't know whether you caught that or not, but Weiss was appointed by Trump. He was not appointed by Biden or Obama, but he was appointed by Trump. I don't know whether you caught that or not.
Beginning in 2019, Mr. Weiss, in his capacity as U.S. Attorney and along with federal law enforcement partners, began investigating allegations of certain criminal conduct by, among others, Robert Hunter Biden. That investigation has been recently referenced in federal criminal proceedings.
Okay, so do you think that this is like tick for tack, so people can't claim unfairness? They're going after both Hunter and perhaps Joe Biden as well as Trump. In other words, they're going after both of them so people can't holler unfairness, and trying to make the case that it's about trying to restore integrity to our government as opposed to politics. Or, contrary, is this about Joe Biden not doing something that the oligarchy wants? He's behind the scenes, he and Kamala Harris, and maybe Obama, depending on the degree that he's part of the decision making. If he's part of the decision making, I don't know. are going against the oligarchy, and this is the way for the oligarchy to basically say, okay, Trump wouldn't do what we wanted. Now you're not doing what we wanted. We can prosecute Trump. We can prosecute you or Hunter Biden. We can go after your families. We can make life miserable for you if you do not do what the oligarchy wants.
In the District of Delaware, and as noted in those proceedings and other public statements by Mr. Weiss's office, that investigation remains ongoing. In February 2021, U.S. Attorney Weiss was asked to remain as U.S. Attorney for the District of Delaware and, in that capacity, to continue to lead the investigation. As I said before, Mr. Weiss would be permitted to continue his investigation, take any investigative steps he wanted, and make the decision whether to prosecute in any district. Mr. Weiss has told Congress that he has been granted ultimate authority over this matter, including the responsibility for deciding where, when, and whether to file charges, and for making decisions necessary to preserve the integrity of any prosecution consistent with federal law, the principles of federal prosecution, and departmental policies. In a July 2023 letter to Congress, Mr. Weiss said that he had not to that point requested special counsel designation. On Tuesday of this week, Mr. Weiss advised me that in his judgment, his investigation had reached a stage at which he should continue his work as a special counsel, and he asked to be so appointed. Upon considering his request, as well as the extraordinary circumstances relating to this matter, I have concluded that it is in the public interest to appoint him as special counsel. This appointment confirms my commitment to provide Mr. Weiss all the resources he requests. It also reaffirms that Mr. Weiss has the authority he needs to conduct a thorough investigation and to continue to take the steps he deems appropriate independently, based only on the facts and the law. Mr. Weiss will also continue to serve as U.S. Attorney for the District of Delaware. As special counsel, he will continue to have the authority and responsibility that he has previously exercised to oversee the investigation and decide where, when, and whether to file charges. The special counsel will not.
Will there be any charges filed? See, that's another thing. Is this just a pony show? Is it just a pony show? Is it real or is it a pony show? And if it's real, is it actually a good thing? Or like I was saying earlier, is it just a way to try to force President Biden to do what the oligarchy wants?
Not be subject to the day-to-day supervision of any official of the department, but he must comply with the regulations, procedures, and policies of the department. Consistent with the special counsel regulations, at the conclusion of Mr. Weiss's work, he will provide me with a report explaining the prosecution or declination decisions reached by him. As with each special counsel who has served since I have taken office, I am committed to making as much of his report public as possible, consistent with legal requirements and department policy. Today's announcement affords the prosecutors, agents, and analysts working on this matter the ability to proceed with their work expeditiously and to make decisions indisputably guided only by the facts and the law. The men and women undertaking this investigation are public servants who have dedicated their careers to protecting the citizens of this country. The appointment of Mr. Weiss reinforces for the American people the department's commitment to both independence and accountability in particularly sensitive matters. I am confident that Mr. Weiss will carry out his responsibility in an even-handed and urgent manner and in accordance with the highest traditions of this department. Thank you.
If you, as Attorney Weiss, had the authorities he needed, why does he need to be a special counsel? Do you still have faith in U.S. Attorney Weiss after the deal fell apart?
So, how stable is the United States? How stable is the United States? Now, my contention is people that follow me on Twitter under Sayata. And a reminder, I sold Sayata.com. I still own Sayata.net. And my Twitter is Sayata, and it's pitiful. It's really pitiful. I'm basically shut down there. But one of the points that I've made recently is that, and I probably shouldn't get into this on YouTube. I don't even know what's allowed on YouTube and not allowed on YouTube. I've shut down on Twitter. I may end up being shut down. Maybe I should hold off on what I was fixing to say. My contention, I'll put it this way. My contention is that we have not had a legitimate president going back to when JFK was murdered and Richard Nixon was driven from office. Every president has basically been under the thumb of the oligarchy. Every time Bill Clinton had a conscience and tried to go against the oligarchy, a new skeleton would come out of his closet. You know, they made clear to him, you do what we want, and these skeletons, they may dance around, they may cause you problems, we may bring them out, but we won't let them destroy you. But if you go against us, those skeletons are going to be your nightmare. Those skeletons are going to be used to destroy you. Ronald Reagan, at some point, he wanted to go against certain things that the oligarchy, the rising oligarchy, wanted to force on him. You got to remember that Ronald Reagan basically was a Barry Goldwater devotee. He liked Barry Goldwater. And part of his presidency did not really fit with the Goldwater mantra. So either Reagan was lying about the degree that he liked Barry Goldwater, or something changed. And at some point, beyond the Iran-Contra stuff and all that they were using against him, and I'm not going to go into the merits of the different things that's used against the different presidents. My point isn't about how honest or corrupt a given person is. My point is they don't allow anybody to power that they don't believe that they can control. That's my point. And they couldn't really control Ronald Reagan to the degree that they wanted to control him. So what did they do? They had him shot, just like they had JFK shot. They didn't kill Reagan. Maybe they intended to, but they didn't. But regardless, after Reagan was shot, my contention, rightly or wrongly, is that George Bush Sr. basically took over. The big joke is, with Alexander Haig saying that he's now in charge. That was a big joke during that time period. And of course he wasn't. But George Bush Sr., to a large degree, did take over, even though he was still designated vice president and not president. So however Reagan might have been trying to go against the oligarchy, it ended when he was shot. So it goes back to, okay, Trump definitely, he was all over the place. He was doing what they wanted, like standing on stage with that Fauci creep. And he was doing that kind of stuff. He was doing other stuff they wanted. But then he was like a loose cannon doing other things that they didn't want. And now they're trying to make him pay a price as an example. You don't go against the oligarchy. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. This is just me talking. But I go back to when JFK was shot and Richard Nixon was driven from office. To a large degree, America ended. The Republic of the United States ended. And we, to some degree, we always were an oligarchy. To some degree, that always was melted into our government. But it went to a whole different level once they were able to kill JFK and drive Richard Nixon from power, and then what followed. Jimmy Carter, you can say, well, he was a real president. Was he? They didn't have to use anything against him because he couldn't really accomplish anything. They didn't have any reason to use anything against him. But that said, they went after Billy Carter. They did go after his family to some degree. And he knew he was no match. He knew he was no match for him. He had the Dixie Mafia on his side, and to some degree, they helped him. But they went after Burt Lance, you know. So, and of course, Jimmy Carter, like George Bush Sr., one-term president, you know. But they didn't go after Carter like they've gone after Trump, and like they went after Richard Nixon, and like they went after Bill Clinton. But the point is, you know, even if we were to elect a president, even I think basically Jimmy Carter was honest. He did have the backing of the Dixie Mafia. He was tied into certain things, but I think basically he was probably one of the more honest presidents. He couldn't stand up against him. He could not stand up against him. And it's you know, are they going after Joe Biden because they're trying to actually clean up the country? Are they going after him because the same reason they went after all the other people, all the other presidents? There's something going on that he's not doing what they want. Hunter Biden isn't Billy Carter. Hunter Biden isn't Donald Trump Jr. Hunter Biden, I mean, anybody can wimp out. I mean, there's so much pressure you can put on you. You can take a really tough person and you can break them down. So I'm not saying that he'll be able to stand up to them. But he is kind of a badass. And they may be walking into a hornet's nest when they start trying to use him to go after Biden. So anyway, much thanks for watching and listening. I do appreciate it. And, you know, I'm not trying to say I'm always right on something. I'm not trying to say that I'm somebody that you should take at face value. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. I'm not trying to act as though my voice is a voice of authority. I'm just saying that I'm old. I've seen stuff through the ages, and I'm not so sure about what's going on. I'm not saying this is this, and this is this, and this is that, and that is this, and whatever. I'm saying things may not be what you think they are. You know, some people on the right, it's like they want Biden removed from power. What will it accomplish? People on the left want to destroy Trump. To what end? To what purpose? So that we'll never have an independent president again, which we probably won't. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a truly independent president. I mean, you've had men that at different times have tried to be president, have tried to stand up against the powers that be. They always get beat down. They always get beat down. Again, much thanks for watching and listening. I do appreciate it. Thank you.